that was all of our idea. In the Discord, we decided we were in the voice chat and we decided for the town hall we wanted to have the meeting room and all the official stuff downstairs, and on the top floor we're gonna do a smoke room. And I was like, you guys trying to hop off a sauna? Because we can make it. And Josh did a great job on that. He made a great sauna upstairs.
Yeah, I've seen that.
He said it's probably the biggest building that isn't like a home or a house. So that was
It's
pretty
pretty
dope.
nice. He does
Yeah.
that stuff off the top of his head, right? You know,
He does, yeah. And I told him he should just start recording that, and he
that is
could
yeah,
just
that's
talk
a really
over it.
good build.
Just talk over it.
He,
I'm
it,
glad I
remi-
got him into Minecraft.
it reminds me of some like a cartoon like type town hall from like a comic book. Like I feel like you'd see Spider-Man coming out of there.
Exactly. What he did with the flags out front of school too.
Yeah, the American flags.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I'm glad I got him into that. He plays it a lot more than me. He's actually really way far ahead of me in terms of skill. I've never gotten that far into building. I was good,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't great like that.
That was impressive.
I guess it kind of segues into my first one, man. I'm gonna hit you with this first question, the most basic one I could think of. What got you into skating in the first place?
What got me
What
into
inspired you, or like who inspired you? Yeah.
Okay, so I want to say I don't even know how old I was. Maybe like 10, 11. My brother just he happened to hang out with a couple friends and they started skateboarding, and he brought back home like his new skateboard he bought. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta get one myself. So eventually we just started like skating together. We were both not really good at all, and then we just stopped skating entirely. And then I just had my skateboard sitting in my room forever, and I decided one day to just pick it up for myself, and I just started skating in my driveway by myself.
Wait, that's
And
crazy. I feel like that's how it goes for a lot of things. Um, that we end up liking later in life. You introduce it at an early age, you pick it up, it kind of sticks with you.
right, right. And eventually I ended up getting my other friends into skating. My friend Bryce, and we go out and skate together actually.
Or did it take you a lot of time to learn how to do an ollie and stuff, or did it take a
Okay, so
few hundred tries?
surprisingly, I was able to ollie way back in the day with my brother, and I wasn't very good. I'd get off the ground maybe like an inch, and I remember just sitting outside practicing the motion over and over to do it, and then eventually I would do them, and they would get higher and higher, and now I'm at the point where my ollies are they're pretty good.
Hey man, that's something I could never do. Like I could skate. Well, first of all, is it skating or is it skateboarding or is it boarding?
Skateboarding.
Am I cool just
Oh wait, no. What do you? I call it skating.
skating? That
That's
okay? Because some people I feel like would be like, no, skating is like rollerblading. Like, no man,
that's old
skating is
people.
skating, bro.
It's old people talk.
Yeah, like who walks up and be like, do you board? Like, oh, bro,
I skate.
do you skate?
I
Yeah,
skate.
exactly. I skate. Um, I skated. Well, actually, I've done nothing like go to a skate park or practice tricks. I tried to
Mhm.
when I was young, around like 8, 9 years old. We tried to do all these other stuff, but I kind of got turned off from it because what my grandparents didn't tell me, and this is me as a kid, so I didn't know either. I didn't know when you buy a skateboard, you have to loosen the trucks and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought you
All
just
like
bought it and it was
preference
ready.
though. It's like it just depends on what, cause like tighter trucks help you do tricks because you can bounce better on it. From
But like the way we had it, like we couldn't turn at all.
yeah, yeah.
Like we couldn't even learn how to ride because all we could do was go straight, and we didn't know
Yeah, that's
how to fix that.
unfortunate.
So that was kind of wild. But I've used it recently to like get to and from work, but I can't do any tricks or anything. I just know how to ride and keep my balance and get
Mhm.
from point A to point B. I played games like Tony Hawk and stuff on the PSP, and I played Skate 3. I played a lot of that.
Cannot wait for Skate 4. Must say.
Oh man, Isn't it free to play as well?
Yeah, it's gonna be free to play, but I think it's EA, so they're gonna rip us off somehow.
Word. Yeah, of course. That's how all freaking companies are now, sadly. Shoot, Skate 3, that brings back some good memories.
Yeah, I've played Skate 3. That was my childhood game. I will say that and
I
Minecraft
might still have it. I should, or at least we should be able to
on
install
Game
it.
Pass.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Okay, that's a bet. Um, what do you enjoy most about skating?
What do I enjoy most about it? Well, I think just I like being outside, and I like being with my friends. I think skating, brings me and my friend together, and also you get that adrenaline pump from it. And I'm an adrenaline junkie. I love it. So when you get on a skateboard, you kind of just like you have to like literally throw yourself into it, or else you're just gonna be a bitch the whole time.
What do you mean, like, with the adrenaline? And is it like going fast, or is it being midair, or is it the
Oh,
thrill of like if you crash and mess up, you might fuck around and hurt yourself? Like, what is it?
it's literally all those things. So like obviously if you're skating fast, that's scary. You're always in your head like you're gonna fall or something. So if you can just throw yourself into like a trick and just get over that fear, you get this like rush of adrenaline, and it just makes you feel like you're unstoppable. It's like if you're taking steroids, dude.
It's actually interesting because yeah, I know what you mean. Every time you're going fast, you're like, damn, if I even hit like a tiny pebble, I could
Right,
be screwed. I
right.
thought that was just me as an amateur, not for you experienced with skaters as well. But you guys still have that fear every time.
So like, the other day I actually there's this hill, and it's almost like a half pipe. So it goes down and then it goes up, and I've never like bombed it, but for some reason I was just like I need to do this in my head, so I just put down the board, didn't even think about it, and just went down, and I got so much speed. And there's a thing called speed wobbles. When you go too fast, you wobble, you like shake back
Yeah.
and forth, and those threw me right off my board. I slammed on the ground and I cut up my elbow and shit.
Actually, I have a similar experience, and I actually have a scar from this still. It was parking garage
Yeah.
in college, random night,
Mhm.
and we have the grand idea. We're at the top of the parking garage, like at the top where the sky is and stuff. You look out. We're at the
Right.
top, and we're like, let's go down this ramp, and this is the steepest ramp in the entire garage. And let me not forget to mention, this is my third day riding,
Mhm. That's crazy.
and we were drinking at the time, having a good time. And I'm like, okay, so I'm going down, following someone else, and it's coming down to the end. I'm going in a straight line. Everyone is zigzagging back and forth. I don't know how to turn. I
Mhm.
didn't know you had to hold your feet sideways and stuff. I'm going straight down.
So your feet are pointing towards like the nose.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm going straight down. So it comes to turn, and yeah, I try to shift my feet, and I went flying. I was probably in the air for like 3 seconds.
It's crazy.
Hit the ground. It was dead silent, and then I just let out a big yell. But I didn't. I was all bruised up, but it didn't hurt because the alcohol.
Well, you know what's crazy? When I fell, I didn't. It didn't really hurt initially. I just kind of laid there. I literally just laid out like a starfish on the ground. I was just like, oh,
Like wow,
it
this
knocked.
really happened, right?
Yeah, it knocked the wind out of me. And then I got up and I'm bleeding all over the place. And my friend's like, "What the hell just happened to you?" And then I'm like walking because we're walking home because I had to sit down for a second. And then that's when I started to feel everything.
Okay, yeah, when it slows down.
Right. Then that's
Uh,
like part of the adrenaline rush. Like you don't feel it.
True, yeah. I will say, looking back on it, that was a funny experience. Like, I like telling that story. That was a good time. I can't lie. I see what you mean. Have
Now
you?
that I fell on that hill, I have to go back and I have to do it. I gotta. And I completely forgot to say this. My friend Kyle, he doesn't skate. His first time skateboarding ever. Row bombed that hill and also fell.
Ooh, that's just a known hill to be taking people out.
Yeah, so like I have to get my redemption, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. I see why. So tell me this, man. What's the hardest trick you've learned? You said you were pretty decent at the ollie. You get
Okay,
some good air down and down.
so I wouldn't say I'm the craziest skater. I don't do it every day, which I would love to, which is so tiring. But I do know how to kickflip, which
Okay.
which is a pretty pretty good achievement for most skateboarders.
I'll say an ollie is a pretty good achievement. Like I said, I can't do it, man. I can't get off the
Yeah,
ground at all.
so I do know how to kickflip. Um, I've been trying to learn how to do varial flips, which I don't know if you know what that is. The pop shove it and the kickflip combines.
I know the name from the game, but
Yeah,
I can't picture exactly what it is in my head. You might have to explain that one.
the board
Not just for me,
board
but
does a
people who
180
don't other people.
under your feet, and
Okay.
then it's also flipping once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because a
Okay, I know
shove
what
it
you
would
mean.
just be a 180, and then the kickflip is just it would flip. So you just combine both.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, you know how to do that. Okay, I see you, man.
I'm trying to learn that.
You
I've
up there?
I've gotten close to landing it, but it's a hard one.
You've been practicing for a while, or is this something new that you picked up?
There's I don't honestly I don't sit there and practice it. I'll just do it randomly. Like just whenever I'm skateboarding, you just get that sudden urge in your head, like, oh, I want to do this. So I just try it, and then sometimes I'll sit there for like a good 20 minutes just trying it,
Word.
trying to get my other
So
tricks
you've been,
down consistently.
yeah, perfect the fundamentals. That's always important. Whatever you do, skating, any other sport, athletics,
Right.
the fundamentals are really key.
Exactly.
So, bro, you've been skating, you said since around like 10, 11, so that's around 7, 8 years, right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's like consistent. It's
So, all, 7, 8 years on and off, probably like
yeah.
3 or 4,
Yeah, I would
realistically.
say like 2 or 3 years.
Okay, so even a little less.
It's
Is there any advice you would give to any new skaters or younger skaters
any
out
new
there?
skaters, honestly, just get comfortable on your board. Like ride that shit everywhere. Learn how to pivot. So like pivot is when you're turning and you lift up the front wheel and you like shift your body and like turn. You can turn sharper when you do that. And if you do that, you'll get really good at like just balance and like being comfortable on your board. And then from there, I would just learn how to ollie.
What about for us older ones that don't really have that same balance that you youngsters have? Is that the same advice you would give?
And
Learn how to shiv it, not shiv it, pivot.
pivot. Yeah. So how would I don't know. That's a hard question. How would honestly the only way to get better balance is to just skate. Like you have to just get on the board and just practice, just riding back and forth, whatever you're doing. I'm
Okay,
sure
so
you could do. I feel like if you were I don't know, maybe if you did like squats or something, maybe that would help. I have no idea.
okay,
You
so it really is
know,
like a
legs.
sport. You have to train certain areas. You got to practice. You got to put in time.
Actually, you know what? For balance, you gotta keep your weight balanced. You gotta understand how you're standing on the board. Like you gotta make sure your center of gravity is above, right the middle of the board. So
That's pretty hard though.
yeah, it is, but you'll learn it over time.
Like to do that subconsciously and be aware of your surroundings. It's hard. Like for me, like sometimes I can skate
Hmm.
while looking up, and sometimes I have to like keep my eyes like in the middle, like
Right.
towards the ground.
A good thing for me, for what helped me learn to like push while looking straight ahead and not down on my board was actually going on a bike path because it's so smooth and it's literally just straight. And it's not
Right, but yeah, when you have a smooth ground
right.
and no like crevices or pebbles or messed up sidewalks, then you're fine.
Yeah, so if you have any bike paths, like nice newer paved bike paths, I'm telling you, just go practice on those, and you'll get it pretty quick.
I haven't really thought of that for practice wise. I've noticed it's been pretty nice to
And
ride on those
dude,
just in general, but
it's
I never
so
thought of
fun.
it to.
You go
Uh,
at midnight or like late at night, and you just push as fast as you can on those things. You start flying down.
oh yeah, you'll be chilling in that breeze too.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man,
especially after a long day of skating, when you do that at the end, it's so nice. It feels so nice.
I can't believe I never thought of that. I might actually have to take up your phone now and let you know how that goes.
It's fun. Just don't hit a
Oh,
pebble, and then it's over.
oh yeah, yeah. We don't like pebbles around here. I've had my experience with pebbles already, like two or three of them.
Yeah, that it's not.
Pebbles and raccoons. I don't mess with those.
It's not.
What would you say has been your hardest challenge? Like your that one thing, one or two things that have like that block, or
Okay,
what can I say, like that brick wall that you've hit, where you had to like wait a while to come back to it, or be like, dang, like I can't get over this stump.
committing to a kickflip. So my issue. This is. I'm gonna say this right now. I used to be able to kickflip like every time, maybe a year ago, and I would land it every single time. It was crazy. And then there's been 2 times where I've landed primo. So landing primo is when the board's like sideways, so you're landing on like the edge of the board. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah,
like
we get all the legal today.
yeah. So you land on that, and that's just like that's a big humbler right there because you land on it and you're just eating shit instantly. There's nothing you can do about it. So this,
Yeah, I doubt you'd be able to stand on that perfectly and not slip.
some people can just bounce on it like that. But so I've landed primo. I want to say there was 2 times I landed primo, and it just threw me off, and like it would just make me scared to attempt a kickflip because I don't want to land like that again. So the fear of commitment is what holds me back sometimes, and it holds majority of skaters back. It holds like everyone back. It's crazy because people say 80% of skating is just mental, and 20 is like physical.
Right? It's kind of hard to tell.
It's and that's crazy to me because if you think you can land a trick, most likely you're gonna land a trick. But if you're like scared, you're not gonna land it because you're gonna bitch out mid mid attempt.
Dang, man. Well, have you ever ate shit out in public, like with a lot of people around?
There's one time I'm at a party or a friend's party, and for some reason I thought it would be a good idea to put my skateboard on top of my friend's skateboard and do an ollie. So I I tried doing it, immediately slammed down right on my shoulder, just on the concrete, and I stood up instantly because I was so embarrassed. And there happened to be a couple of like new girls there too that like I've never met, and I was trying to be cool.
Ooh, dang.
I remember that. That was painful.
I've haven't had too many experiences like that. I haven't really been out skating in like around town or whatever. But there was one time I was bringing groceries back, and my dumbass thought it would be okay to have two handfuls of groceries with the skateboard. Again, not knowing how to turn, and I hit the edge of the sidewalk, and I honestly just jumped off and just dove into the grass with groceries in my hands and everything. I just took it. I was going too fast. I just took it. I was like, yeah, this is not gonna end well for me.
The groceries get all ripped up or something.
But yeah, some of it got messed up. But I was like, you know what? It was better than hurting myself. I
Yeah,
ate shit, but I broke my fall.
yeah. That's another thing. You gotta learn how to fall when you skate. If you don't know how to fall right, you're gonna get hurt.
That's also balance. You have to distribute that.
I don't really know how to teach someone how to fall, and you just gotta. Actually,
You just got to keep falling.
this is gonna sound crazy. So me and my friend Bryce, we actually we do learn how to fall. So we go on these swings over by the skate park we go to, and what we'll do is we'll launch. We'll literally jump off like max height on the swing, and just from that you land in mulch, so it's like nice and like comfortable. So if you do land wrong, you're fine. But from what I do from there is I learn how to roll out like the momentum instead of just slamming hard into the ground.
Right. Yeah.
So
How to
honestly,
shift
it's
that.
good practice to just jump off swings like an idiot.
Okay. So, all right. Having fun with it. That's not bad at
Yeah, I
all.
don't I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that as like a tip. So like that's some hidden game right there.
Okay, so again, like growing up, I didn't use a lot of skateboards, but I remember when Ripsticks came out. I don't know if you remember how hype it was when it first came out.
Yeah, I don't remember when they first came out, but I would get on those things all the time in like stores.
Did you have one?
I didn't have one, but I do know how to ride them actually.
It took me forever. I would only get to go on one when I visited like a cousin's house
Yeah, I would
or
only go
something.
on them when I'm in like Walmart or Target.
Oh, dang it, Walmart and Target? That's crazy.
Yeah, and then you go down halfway down the aisle, and then you're like, oh, I don't know how to turn. And you stop.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hold on to the shelves, knock stuff over.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Holding on to the shelves and knocking stuff over.
Yep. I've luckily I've never fallen in a store yet. Every time I see a skateboard though, I always try to do a kickflip.
Dang, every time.
Swear to
That's
God,
how you get
and
that
I'll
practice
have my
in.
friend record me too. Like, hey, watch this. I do it. It slams the shelf near me, the board, and it makes a loud noise, and then we just book it down the aisle.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've had some great memories skating.
Yeah,
Seems like it's a pretty decent part of your life, even though, like you said, it was on and off. It's always been there.
I actually got my girlfriend got a skateboard, so
Oh, you're definitely gonna be in there now.
yeah, and
I haven't used mine in a couple months.
it sucks skating around in Massachusetts because of the weather.
What's it like up there? Is it blazing hot like it is down here? Cause keep it real, in Florida, bro, it's 85 when as soon as the sun comes up.
Yes, well
7 o'clock in the morning, it's 85.
our summers are hot, which is nice to skate summer, but like as soon as it gets to like winter around that area, it's just miserable. Like you can't skate, and it's gonna be raining all the time.
Ooh, it's pouring right now. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, so it sucks. You can't skate year long unless you live in Cali.
What would be your dream place to skate if you had one? Since Mathis
Dream
and
place
all
to
that.
skate probably in Cali,
Anywhere in the world.
California.
Cali?
There's a lot of like spots there that are like popular.
Mhm.
And I'm
Really, I've never been there.
like like yeah. I don't think I would like the people in Cali because they're cuckoo. No offense.
Oh shoot.
No offense.
Hopefully, hopefully we don't have too many Cali listeners out there. It'll be okay.
Hey, well, I haven't met anyone from Cali, so I can't even say that. But I've just heard things.
Or, yeah, I know
But I
how
will
to
say
be.
the skateboarding community in California is amazing.
Or, I've always wanted to go to one of those events
Yeah.
with the big ramps indoors and stuff, but I never knew what it looked.
I like to skate
And
outdoors more than indoors. Street.
I've never skated indoors.
Yeah, I've been once, and it's mainly it's all vert. So vert is like the big ramps and shit like that. I like street skating a lot better.
Yeah, you're not trying to get that much air and come down and break your ankle and stuff.
It is, yeah, no, that is a whole different adrenaline rush when you're doing stuff like that. That's craziness.
Shoot, man. That was honestly all the questions I had for you.
I can continue talking about it forever.
Yeah, I feel you. We'll probably get another segment and I'll cook up some more.
Or
Especially when Skate 4 comes out, we'll get a review in on that.
yeah, you gotta download C3 because me and Sub we were playing that like a year ago. We were just doing like these crazy. We were coming up like these gaps that were like almost impossible to land. And
Word, okay, yeah, I'll get it. I can get it right now.
yeah,
Actually,
you
after
gotta.
we're
There's a lot
wrapping
you
this
gotta
up.
learn though, because like all the speed glitches, they're kind of hard. Like, there's a lot of timing and like muscle memory type shit.
I know you'll get me right. But shoot, yeah, definitely. We'll come back on this. For now, that's it for today's pod.
Word.
Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for coming, Ash. Sorry we couldn't
Appreciate
get
it.
it through the first time. Um, but I'm glad we were able to make the time today. We should probably play some GTA or something.
Word. I think Sub's on, so
That's okay.
I'll have to ask him.
That'll be cool, yeah. But right now,
Yeah, I can.
peace.
All right.